welcome everyone to Ananda's 60th anniversary celebration. As I was standing here, I invite all of us to go deeper. This is a wonderful day to go deeper in the tradition of Sri Brahmananda Saraswati, where every program that I attended of his, he always invited us and led us in going deeper and deeper and deeper. And that's the profound history of Ananda Ashram. And then it has so many different flavors that I hope you all get to enjoy. And I'm going to invite Tracy Vermer to lead all of us in the national anthem.
For the national anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? And now we will sing the Indian national anthem. Does anybody want to come up and sing it with me? Okay. Jana Gana Mana Adhinayaka Jaya He Bharata Bhagya Vidhata Punjab Sindhu Gujarata Maratha Dravida Utkala Banga Vindhya Himachala Yamuna Ganga Ujjala Jaladi Taranga Tava Shubhaname Jage Tava Shubhashisha Mage Gahe Tava Jaya Gata Janhagana Mangala Dayaka Jaya He Bharata Bhagya Vidhata Jaya He Jaya He Jaya He Jaya 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 He. And now Bharati will lead us into the Veda mantras.
Good morning still. Because it's our ashram tradition, with Guruji we had this hymn and the one that Karuna chanted in the temple, the shrine. We had them every July 4th. And it is simple style that he taught us. And I still will be leading, and you can go with me together then. It is a hymn from Vedas, very cosmic. You can see a little bit of the translation, some of you have. This cosmic hymn, Ishvara Stuti. Ishvara Stuti. Ishvara Stuti. Om Vishvani Deva Vishvani Deva Savitar Savitar Duritani Parasuva Duritani Parasuva Yadbhadram Tannayasuva Yadbhadram Tannayasuva Hiranya Garbha Samavartatagre Hiranya Garbha Samavartatagre Bhutasya Jata Patireikayasid Bhutasya Jata Patireikayasid Sadadhara Prithivim Dyamutemam Sadadhara Prithivim Dyamutemam Kasmai Devaya Havisha Vidhema Kasmai Devaya Havisha Vidhema Ya Atmada Balada Yasya Vishwa Ya Atmada Balada Yasya Vishwa Upasate Prashisham Yasya Deva Upasate Prashisham Yasya Deva Yasya Chaya Amritam Yasya Mrityu Yasya Chaya Amritam Yasya Mrityu Kasmai Devaya Havisha Vidhema Kasmai Devaya Havisha Vidhema Yah Pranato Nimishato Mahitvaika Yah Pranato Nimishato Mahitvaika Idraja Jagato Babhuva Idraja Jagato Babhuva Ya Ishe Asya Dvipadashchatushparaha Ya Ishe Asya Dvipadashchatushparaha Kasmai Devaya Havisha Vidhema Kasmai Devaya Havisha Vidhema Yena Dyaurugra Prithivi Chadradha Yena Dyaurugra Prithivi Chadradha Yena Swaha Stabhitam Yena Naka Yena Swaha Stabhitam Yena Naka Yo Antarikshe Rajaso Vimana Yo Antarikshe Rajaso Vimana Kasmai Devaya Havisha Vidhema Kasmai Prajapate Natvadetanyanyo Prajapate Natvadetanyanyo Vishwajatani Paritababhuva Vishvajatani parita babhuve yat kamaste juhumastanno astu yat kamaste juhumastanno astu vayam syam patayorayinam vayam syam patayorayinam Sanno bandhur janita savidhata Sanno bandhur janita savidhata Dhamma nivera bhuvanani vishwa Yatra deva amritamanashana Tritiye dhaman adhyairayante Om Agnenaya Agnenaya Supatharaye asman Vishvani deva Vayunani vidvan Yuyodhyasmad Juhuranameno Bhuyisthante Nama uktim vidhema Nama uktim vidhema Together Om Agnenaya Supatharaye asman Vishvani deva Vayunani vidvan Yuyodhyasmad juhuranameno Bhuyisthante Nama uktim vidhema Bhuyisthante Nama uktim vidhema Om Shanti 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 Om Thank you.
Thank you, Bharati. I'm going to invite Kami Natram and Karuna to come up and lead us in a fire ceremony for world peace and healing. And I just want to, in inviting Kami to come up, I just am reminded of our dear Pandit Ramlal, who she was very connected to Pandit Ramlal. And so I feel like, and Guruji was very connected to Pandit Ramlal, so I kind of feel like it's in that lineage of inviting Kami to come up. And Karuna is I don't want to go into too much of, she's just here for the last 50 years. But Om Shanti, we're going to have now a Vedic ceremony. Thank you.
And maybe the fan just on low, if we can. So momentarily we will start the fire ceremony.
Testing your mic. Testing your mic. Is that it?
It's on. You should check yours. Okay. Just so as everyone knows, we do fire ceremony morning and evening. And this helps to establish our practice and our intention
Every day.
every day for world peace, starting with inner peace, so we can at least be a small messenger, a small part of that inner peace, cultivating that inner light, inner awareness, centering ourselves. Wow, that's really hot. Maybe a little down the light, or can it be? Isn't it? Oh, thank you so much. Are we going to be ready to start then? We can start anytime? Yeah. Oh, okay. And Cammie's mic?
Can you hear me? It's fine. This is fine.
With gratitude to Ananda Ashram and to Sri Brahmananda Saraswati and all the disciples, all the students, all the devotees who have learned here, practiced here, and participated. So we offer the fire ceremony with gratitude for this unique Ananda Ashram. Prajapataye idam namah. Gayatri Mantra for the inspiration and upliftment of our minds, of our thoughts. Together. Om Bhurabhuva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimai Dhyo Yo Naha Prachodayat Om Swaha Om Bhurabhuva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimai Dhyo Yo Naha Prachodayat Om Swaha Om Bhurabhuva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimai Dhyo Yo Naha Prachodayat Om Swaha Mahamrityunjaya Mantra, mantra for overcoming suffering by feeling directly, who am I, our nature, beyond the individual body and mind. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityordamukshiyamamritat Swaha Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityordamukshiyamamritat Swaha Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityordamukshiyamamritat Swaha Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityordamukshiyamamritat Swaha Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityordamukshiyamamritat Swaha Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityordamukshiyamamritat Swaha Om Namah Shivaya Swaha Om Namah Shivaya
Swaha. Om Namah Shivaya Swaha. Om Namah Shivaya Swaha. Om Namah Shivaya Swaha. Om Namah Shivaya Swaha. Om Namah Shivaya Swaha. Om Namah Shivaya Swaha. Om Namah Shivaya Swaha. Om Namah Shivaya Swaha. Om Namah Shivaya Swaha. Om Namah Shivaya Swaha. Om Namah Shivaya Swaha. Om Namah Shivaya Swaha. Om Namah Shivaya Swaha.
Kamala is going to chant some special Vedic mantras which are for auspiciousness for this occasion. So we're just
In addition to our regular mantras, it's mostly for acknowledging nature and being grateful for everything. Om Agnaye Swaha. Idam Agnaye Idam Namama. Om Somaya Swaha. Idam Somaya Idam Namama. Om Prajapataye Swaha. Idam Prajapataye Idam Namama. Om Indraya Swaha. Idam Indraya Idam Namama. Om Suryo Jyotir Jyotihi Suryah Swaha. Om Suryo Varcho Jyotir Varchah Swaha. Om Jyotihi Suryah Suryah Jyotihi Swaha. Om Sajur Devena Savitra Sajur Usha Sendravatya Jushardanaha Suryo Vetu Swaha. Om Agnir Jyotir Jyotihi Ragnihi Swaha. Om Agnir Varcho Jyotir Varchah Swaha. Om Agnir Jyotir Jyotihi Ragnihi Swaha. Om Sajur Devena Savitra Sajur Atravendra Vatya Jushardanaho Agnir Vetu Swaha. Om Bhudagnaye Pranaya Swaha. Idamagnaye Pranaya Idannamama. Om Bhuvardvayave Panaya Swaha. Idam Vayave Panaya Idannamama. Om Suradityaya Vyanaya Swaha. Idam Adityaya Vyanaya Idannamama. Om Apo Jyotirasomritam Brahma Bhurbhuvaswarom Swaha. Om Yam Medham Devaganaha Pitaraschopasate Tayamam Adya Medhayagne Medhavinam Kuru Swaha. Om Vishwani Deva Savitara Duratani Parashuva Yadbhadram Tana Asuva Swaha. Om Agne Naya Supataraya Asman Vishwani Deva Vayunani Vidvan Yuyodhyasmaj Juhuran Meno Bhuishtante Nam Uktim Vidhema Swaha. Om Agnaye Swaha. Idam Agnaye Idam Namama. Om Somaya Swaha. Idam Somaya Idam Namama. Om Prajapataye Swaha. Idam Prajapataye Idam Namama. Om Indraya Swaha. Idam Indraya Idam Namama. Om Bhuragnaye Swaha. Idam Agnaye Idam Namama. Om Bhuvardvayave Swaha. Idam Vayave Idam Namama. Om Swaradityaya Swaha. Idam Dityaya Idam Namama. Om Bhurbhuvaswaha Swaragni Vayave Dityebhyaha Swaha. Idam Agni Vayave Dityebhyaha Idam Namama. Om Bhurbhuvaswaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat Swaha. Om Bhurbhuvaswaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat Swaha. Om Bhurbhuvaswaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat. Om Swaha. One mantra, 3 more times. 3 offerings. Om Sarvam Vai Purnam Gvam Swaha. Om Sarvam Vai Purnam Gvam Swaha. Om Sarvam Vai Purnam Gvam Swaha. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Agnihotra special dedication for the well-being of all. Suryaya
Swaha. Suryaya Swaha.
Suryaya idam namama.
Suryaya Idam Namama.
Prajapataye Swaha.
Prajapataye Swaha.
Prajapataye Idam Namama.
Prajapataye idam namama.
Have a few moments or minutes, 5 minutes or so of silence, silent meditation. closing prayers. Hymn to the Sadguru, inner guiding light, inner presence. And Shanti Mantra, invocation for peace. Let's chant together. It's at the back of the booklet. Brahmanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadrisham Tattvamasyadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadhi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami Sadgurum Tam Namami. Om Shantir Antariksham Shanti Prithvi Shantirapa Shantir Oshadaya Shanti Vanaspataya Shantir Vishvedeva Shantir Brahma Shanti Sarvagam Shanti Shantireva Shanti Sama Shanti. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We'll take healing prayers. We take the Trayambakam mantra on page 3, in case you don't know. So sending forth our prayers, sharing whatever peace we may feel from our meditation, and sending our prayers towards whomever and wherever, including as many as their circle, expanding circle of beings, including entire Mother Earth, with healing energy, light, and love. Om Trayambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtivardhanam urvarukamiva bandhanan
Mrityormukshiyamamritat Swaha. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityormukshiyamamritat Swaha. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityormukshiyamamritat Swaha. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om. You can continue to meditate while we change the stage here, so just stay in a meditative mood. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you.
Great to see you, Dharmadeva. And at this moment, I would like to invite Bharati to come up and join us. And she's going to be sharing from Guruji's writings on the spiritual foundation of the ashram. And I'm sure it will be you will be able to relate to this, whether you're here at the ashram or wherever you are.
It's a little bright in my eyes, I can't see. Cannot see. This is shaky. Ready to fall. No. It'll be okay. I won't touch it. Thanks. Is it on? Asatoma Satgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. So continuing our celebration of the 60th anniversary of our Ananda Ashram, where we find ourselves. I think the sound is on, yes? Is it? They say louder? Okay, no, I should be. Okay. 60th anniversary, Shashti Purti, it is called in Sanskrit, some completion of a significant part of our life, of the ashram also. In those days, 1964 and before, when they were planning for the ashram, Guru wrote in the monthly bulletins, he wrote a whole series, 5-part series, called Ashramas, Universities of Self-Analysis. And this one is the last one in that series for March 1964, called Conclusion and Auspicious Conclusion. Some paragraphs from that I would like to read. It was written in preparation for the opening of the ashram, not just a yoga center, as people nowadays relate to. And I will read excerpts. Divisions in science are artificial and arbitrary. Science is really one field with innumerable interwoven parts of the whole. Yes, I'm trying my best. Science is really one field with innumerable interwoven parts of the whole, and when some parts are shaky, then the whole thing is shaky, as you saw just now. Progress in life demands and depends upon the meeting of physical and metaphysical sciences. Metaphysical he uses in the sense like mystical sciences, yoga, philosophy, Vedanta. The collection of information through education must be utilized by the inner spirit. The purpose of education is to cultivate the inner spirit. Nowadays the race is on amongst the different agents that are creating better and better weapons to take final care of our inner spirit. It is not the same idea. Science has to serve spirit, it says. A higher experience reduces a lower experience to illusion. As one meditates on higher truth, one's consciousness must reach to that higher level. Consciousness is the leader of physical, physiological, psychological, and spiritual forces. All forces are the tools of consciousness. All forces must follow consciousness. So this is the same as the teaching of the ancient texts and scriptures and mantras of the Vedas. Same in modern English. There's nothing new first time, you know. Then he says, the safe and practical methods known to lead consciousness from a lower to a higher plane are the practical methods of yoga psychology and philosophy. These methods bring evolution of consciousness, union of individual existence with cosmic existence. This is describing what is expressed in the Yoga Sutras. Yoga Sutras are the most comprehensive text on yoga. Not that there are other texts too, but it includes everything from here where we are to the absolute. Language may be different in yoga from the Vedas and Vedanta. Some new terms may come, or some words will not be used, but it's the same. And Guru was incarnated, our Guru, to show that it's all the same. That's my assessment of his incarnation. It is all coming to the same goal. Through self-analysis, now that again is a term from Vedanta, right? Through self-analysis, we come to know spirit as the foundation of the entire universe. And you might just as well say the spiritual foundation. We discover that the entire universe is the manifestation of this real spirit, pure consciousness. Pure consciousness is the ultimate and central foundation of all true knowledge and science, including their objects. Pure consciousness is without name or form, without beginning or end. It is pure force, spirit in all manifestations. Last paragraph that's selected here. It is the duty of every conscious being to discover the real self, capital S, through self-analysis, analyzing one's mind as well as the universe. So, while Guru was with us physically, he would compose and have read different messages for the anniversary of the ashram. And naturally the 25th anniversary, we called it the Silver Jubilee, July 4th, 1989. That would have been a special occasion when Guru was around still. For the 30th anniversary, he was not physically around anymore. So this is kind of significant what he said. So excerpts from the 25th anniversary message by Sri Brahmananda Saraswati. That was the name he accepted in 1994. Before that was Ramamurti S. Mishra, Sri Ramamurti, and now both Sri Brahmananda Saraswati, Ramamurti S. Mishra, MD. What is the meaning of ashrama? Why is there ashrama? First, the word yoga stands for the unity of the heart, for integral unity. Man is more than his political life, more than his psychosomatic life. Mankind cannot be divided into sections. Ashram means the center of this unity. So what is the cause of our disunity and crisis? We have to find the cause of the crisis in our wisdom. In other words, there's a crisis in our buddhi, our intelligence, our wisdom. We have to fix that and the world will be fixed. He doesn't say that here, I say that. Om Shanti. we have to decide soon whether we want to live or to die. If we want to die, then war is ahead of us. If we want to live, then we have to discover what our real life is, what meditation is. Ashram is the place of meditation, the center to open our real heart. We need our meditative heart. This work cannot be done by the United Nations. The United Nations can do reformation, but it cannot do transformation. That you have to do for yourself. For transformation, you cannot depend on anybody or anything else, including religion, business, any government, not even your own thinking mind. Now it is the demand of the time that we must depend on our innermost resources, not the thinking mind that's still an outer layer in the meditative experience. You have to go to the non-thinking mind. Innermost resources can come up then. I love this statement. We need that USA, which means the United States of Atman, the I Am, not only the United States of America. For that purpose, the ashram exists. Atman, I Am, the soul, the spirit in us, the pure consciousness in us. That's all the synonyms we have. This ashram stands with music, dance, drama, and the art of healing. Meditation is the greatest art of healing the body, the mind, and the spirit. Last statement. This has been built for you and through you for the whole of humanity. And in the future, the ashram will be the symbol of East-West unity. Future must be now, I think. May this Ananda Ashram be the abode of heaven on earth. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Did I have 5 more minutes? You said 15, up to 15 minutes? I'm using it. That was Guru's words, and it is protected by the Baba Bhagwandas Publication Trust, copyright, which Guruji established, as he did the Yoga Society and the international schools here at the ashram, East-West Unity. Anyhow, 60 years ago, when ashram was founded, there was just the Yoga Society. And they published, it was Syracuse actually, they published self-analysis bulletins. So that one was from one of the self-analysis bulletins which I read before. And this is from June 1964. Just a paragraph. Ananda Ashram invites you. Open house, July 4 to 5. Now you will see the language was different in the 60s. The establishment of a center which is to serve the totality of humanity by unfolding the hidden potential of man as a whole, must be rightly considered a great step forward for all. A door is open to a new way of life. Our opportunity to participate in bringing it into manifestation is unique. It deserves our best and highest efforts and contributions according to ability. It was part of fundraising at the time. And the next one more, just from the July 1964 self-analysis bulletin. I have those originals. You can check out that it's true. It says, Ananda Ashram is now in full operation. A dedication fire ceremony was performed on the island during the morning hours of Saturday, July 4. Selected texts from the Vedas were chanted by Dr. Mishra. Dr. Mishra, of course, was the guru. That's how they called him. Reinforced by the group's chorus of Swaha. the consciousness prevailed in all that something truly great had been brought to birth in this ashram. July 4th, 1964. Ananda Ashram was officially opened on July 4th, the anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence. This is the national birthday, but it also symbolizes something vastly more. The declaration and beginning manifestation of the eternal and divine freedom of mankind. Then something was left out, and then he says, in Ananda Ashram, this important work is to be manifested on a higher octave and to a higher degree, means higher than surroundings. Last paragraph, of those to whom much is given, much is required. It's a quote. They published, it was John F. Kennedy. Didn't fit here, so I left it out. But that's the quote. Members here know the value of their great good fortune in having found help along the path to truth through the magnificent teachings of Dr. R.S. Mishra, who gives us knowledge of immeasurable value and continues to do so. Don't think it's over. All his works aren't even published yet, but what is published should be studied more deeply because it is meaningful. Like this is by him, the earlier part. Last year, we are not called upon to give what we do not have. We are only called upon to be faithful with what we do have. Om Shanti. To me, to be faithful with what we have received and do have, to give something back. This is how they used to do fundraising. That it's not the complete thing. Then they see what all they need. There's a list like this long, because they didn't have beds, they didn't have furniture. When they Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. This was how they felt 60 years ago. And Guru, of course, his teachings are timeless, I feel. Om Shanti, this was my exact allotted time. Yes, to the Guru. Not a rose.
A rose for you, Bharti, for your lifetime of dedication, and we are very grateful. Thank you. The next person that I'm going to be inviting up is Dharmadeva, and I'm just going to say a few words about Dharmadeva. He's a founding member, and he's only for a moment. Then I'll sorry, Dharmadeva has had a life of service and a life of devotion in these teachings from Guruji, and then from his wife Joan Saval, and he's taught me a lot of lessons in my life. One lesson was first of all, his commitment was quite a legacy right there, and it reminds me of many people. They can't wait till they retire in their life, and then other people realize that this is a life journey, and that was the way Sri Brahmananda Saraswati was in his teachings, and here Dharmadeva is, and I shouldn't tell him how old you are, but he's still very active, and he was one of the founding members, and he was a past president for many, many years, and he's still active in bringing the teachings of Guruji and Joan to the ashram and to a yoga studio. I think it's Su Yoga in New York City, and then the students from Su Yoga have started to come here and do retreats. So we're very grateful to have Dharmadeva joining us here today. So we're very grateful. Su Yoga in New York City. Su Yoga studio started to come here. It's Su Yoga in New York. We're very grateful to have Dharma Yoga joining us.
And I would do what? And I would do what? I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that. Okay, I've got the Zoom on now. Okay, I've got the Zoom on now. Okay, I did that. I think I did that. Okay, I did that. But I think I did that. Tell me when to start. Okay, I did that. But I think I did that. Tell me when to start. Okay, I did that. But I think I did that. Tell me when to start. Okay, I did that. But I think I did that. Tell me when to start. Okay, I did that. But I think I did that. That better? Tell me when to start. Okay, I did that. But I think I did that. That better? Tell me when to start. Okay, I did that. But I think I did that. That better? Tell me when to start. I don't want to leave the meeting, though. That better? Tell me when to start. I hear what you're telling me, but I don't know what to do. I've got my X up here. I hear what you're telling me, but I don't know what to do. I see a picture of me and you. X up here. I hear what you're telling me, but I don't know what to do. Is that it? I see a picture of me and I'm a PC. Yeah, a laptop. Is that it? I see a picture of me and I'm a PC. Yeah, a laptop. How do I do that? Close over there. But it says leave the meeting. I don't think you want me to do that. How do I do that? Close over there. It says leave the meeting. I don't know how to close Chrome without getting out of the meeting. I don't know how to close Chrome without getting out of the meeting. On the top right. But then it says leave meeting. On the top right. Oh, okay. Then it says leave meeting. My web browser. I don't know. Oh, okay. I have my desktop. I can see that. How do I get from my desktop to the browser? I have my desktop. I can see that. How do I get from my desktop to the browser? How do I get from my desktop to the browser? Minimize the Zoom window. Okay. All right. I've done that. Minimize the Zoom window. Okay. All right. On YouTube, I've done that. Minimize the Zoom window. Okay. All right. On YouTube now, I don't see it at all. All I see is a picture of you. Okay. All right. On YouTube now, I don't see it at all. All I see is a picture of you. I did that. I don't have Zoom at all. All right. On YouTube now, I don't see it at all. All I see is a picture of you. I did that. I don't. I'm in Zoom Workplace. Alt tab gives me Zoom Workplace. Zoom Workplace. Alt tab gives me Zoom Workplace. Zoom Workplace. Alt tab gives me Zoom Zoom. Hi, Kamala Khan. Hi, Kamala Khan. I'm still on Zoom Workplace. I'm talking to Kamala Khan on my cell phone. Still on Zoom Workplace. I'm talking to Kamala Khan on my cell phone. Hello, here I am. I'm on the cell phone. Talk on cell phone.
Yeah, we just need a little volume.
Hello, hello, here I am. Hello, hello, here I am. I'll keep saying hello, hello, hello. Hello.
We hear you, Dharmadeva. Hold on.
Okay.
The mystery of technology, Dharmadeva.
Yeah, absolutely, and I'm afraid I can't help it all.
Actually, everybody, we can hear you beautifully right now. Well, everybody has to be quiet.
Start.
The mic needs to go right next to the phone.
Go ahead, Dharmadeva.
Okay, I'll start now then. Hi to everyone. Could you hear that?
Yes.
Okay.
If you can't hear it,
It's an
please
honor
come
for me
closer.
to say a few words, especially in this technological age, on the occasion of the 60th anniversary of the founding of Ananda Ashram. When I look back at these 60 years, I can tell you I always knew when I would be, where I would be on the 4th of July. In the early years, 1964 to 1966, Gurji had us make a huge fire in on the island, and everyone spoke there. It was very exciting. After all, we were a handful of people on a journey with a magical guru. What else could matter? This trip has continued all these years and still continuing today. I could entertain you with past stories on the journey. But being 3,000 miles away from the ashram, I would like to say something that I know you probably know, but it's worth repeating. In thinking and feeling about the ashram, I asked myself the question, what is unique about Ananda Ashram? And my answer is the presence of the Guru. Through the years, his name has his name has changed from many different names, Dr. Mishra, Dr. G, Sri Ramananda Saraswati, and Guruji. But his vibration is ever present, and from many people who have come to the ashram, he can be found everywhere in any corner of the ashram. The question I would like to leave you with is this. What are we doing today to preserve and enhance the atmosphere? How are we making sure that his teachings are being presented and that people know that Ananda Ashram is the home of the Guru? I believe the actions that are being taken and will be taken will reinforce the idea that Ananda Ashram will be here for another 60 years. There's a lot of thought that I've been giving to the issue of where indeed is Guruji's voice and presence, namely his teachings. And from what I understand, there are many recordings we have, but in looking over the various schedules that I see, I never see a schedule showing Guruji either in video or audio, which I think is very important. Let me just simply say that it's been an honor to be here for 60 years and being working and to see what's happening. And I think it's important that we really concentrate on bringing the Guru back to people who have not met him yet, but are surely his disciples. As I've ended every time I have spoken in the past, I simply say the same thing, which is, thank you, Guruji, for allowing me to serve. And that to me is the essence and the main point of my talk. Thank you, and happy anniversary. I have now ended.
Thank you, Dharmadeva. Can you still hear me?
Yes, I can.
Does anybody have a question they want to ask Dharmadeva? First of all, how are you?
I am fine. No, I've been blessed with my genes are from another place, and I've got Guruji looking after me, so I'm fine.
Great, great. Thank you so much, Dharmadeva, for joining us here today. We love you. I have flowers and books to give you energetically. You're receiving them right now. And, thank you. It's great to see your smile and feel your love.
Thank you very much. I appreciate all the love that I'm receiving from everybody. Thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye, Dharmadeva. No. So I'd like to now invite Kamala Natram. Okay. We're going to invite Satyanarayana Charka, the president of the International Schools of East-West Unity, and please come right over this spot.
Thank you, Ananda. I have some story about me to share today. It's just such a auspicious day. Guruji was traveling world tour, and I met Guruji in Fiji Islands in 1975-76. That was the time when I went from India. I represented India government to teach in Fiji Islands. For 4 years I was there, from 75 to 79, 1979. So that is the time I had the opportunity to meet Guruji, and Indian ambassador invited Guruji, and I was one of the staff member of the India government. So I had a very closely sitting with Guruji and listening to him. It's inspiration, and he invited me to Ananda Ashram here. So after finishing 4 years my project in Fiji Islands, I came here 1979, just on my way to India. So, and cut short, so Guruji asked me, I stayed 1 month here and I performed teaching some of the activities. We used to have a studio in New York City. I used to stay there, and I used to work there and promote the Indian culture and art, dancing. So Guruji asked me to stay back. I could not stay because I had a representing of India government. So officially I was supposed to go back to report my activities to India government. So I returned back to India. Then I could not come back. I could not get the visas, come back to America. So I had a visa to promote our Indian culture in Sydney, Australia. So I did 1 year project in Sydney Opera House, performing, promoting Indian culture. From there, finally, 1981, I came here. So all these years, Guruji was following. Vyasanand used to be here. He used to communicate, writing. Guruji wanted me to come back here. So I tried. It took me 2 years to come back here. Finally, since 1981, I am here. Last 43 years, I am a resident of the Ananda Ashram. So I have a long history about my life in Ananda Ashram. So whatever I learned Indian culture in India, 40 years of my life in India, I promoted a lot of activities, learning, teaching, performing, representing Indian government. So next 40 years, 43 years, I am here. So half of my life, so I am here. So I had a long history about my life here, associated. This blue sky came after I came here. There used to be a greenhouse behind this place. So in greenhouse, I started when 1981, I started performing a lot of activities. Guruji inspired me. He used to suggest me what are the productions I used to do it. So I started working on Ramayana and Krishna Leela, Gangavataran, Shakuntalam, like that. Many productions he started asking me to produce. I used to do, and it was wonderful experience. Of whatever I learned in India, I had a chance to explore with the Guruji's blessings. So he used to suggest me many scripts. Even Shakuntalam I produced in Sanskrit. So that was Guruji's inspiration. And we made the film. It was very successful. We traveled many states in America where Jones Wall used to go with us. So we used to present international conferences of Ramayana. Many places we presented Ramayana, Shakuntalam, and many other productions. Of course, And this year we have a 20 July, we have an open air Ramayana, 43 years of Ramayana we are going to present Lake House. So it is, when I came here, I got married also, 2004, when I represented Bharatiya Pravasi Divas, International Conference of Indians, Overseas Indians, presenting in India. So I represented New York, Ananda Ashram to India. So I took many dancers, beautiful dancers, they performed. We performed in many big cities in India, and we got very high appreciated. That time Pandit Ramlal was also traveling with us. And of course I went to North Europe also with Guruji, Joneswall, and many wonderful experiences of Bhartiji was there. So there are many things, but finally we are happy that this Blue Sky Center is here. We are doing programs, International Schools of East-West Unity, which is Guruji's great vision of the promoting Indian culture and art. So we have music department and dance department. So you are going to see nice dances on 6th, this coming Saturday. So I just want to share. So I'm very grateful. Myself, my wife Radhika, and my son is 11 years. He's preparing for college. So we are here. So we are serving, and we are happy that here. So thank you for all these wonderful things. So I wanted to thanks again. Thank you. Thank you, Ananda Ashram.
Thank you, Charkaji. So now I would like to invite Kami Netram, the president of the Yoga Society of New York, to share some words and her heart.
The stream is better the lower it is. So the low is possible.
That's fine. I think this is, I hope I can manage. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo, Maheshwaraha, Gurur Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Thank you. I have to say first and foremost, gratitude to my gurus, Sri Brahmananda Saraswati, Pandit Ramlal, and a lot of other ones. But thank you, Scott, for mentioning Pandit Ramlal. He is the reason that I'm at the ashram, and I'm so ingrained in it. Even the mantras that I chanted earlier are from the Arya Spiritual Center, from Pandit Ramlal's lineage that I have learned. Much gratitude to him and all the pandits there, and especially to Dr. Mishra over here. He brought me to the ashram and I never left. So yeah, I never left. You are now also Yes, thank you, yes. Yeah, so I actually just graduated from the Arya Spiritual Center in collaboration with Dartmouth College as a Purohita, Pandita, yeah. It's the, yeah, I had an elementary class with them first, the Pandita program, and then the Purohita program. Anyway, you know, what I have learned growing up, and as a Hindu, I have to say, it set the scene for me in particular. And I'm not trying to bring this about me, but to say how it affected how it grew in terms of me being at Ananda Ashram. It set the groundwork for me. And so when I came here and I was exposed to Guruji's teachings, it was a continuation of what happened in my younger life. And I have to say, if I have to say one sentence about everything, I will say meditation is the ultimate. You know, everything leads up to that. And from there we can learn how to transform, reform and transfer. So anyway, I want to say something. What I have to say will actually be something that I have learned here and interpreted on my own. And I would like to use some of Guruji's quotes to say what I've learned. So, namaste everyone. Welcome and blessings to all of you who are present here and to those of you who are joining us via social media. My humble salutations to all of you. It is with immense gratitude that I stand before you today, celebrating our ashram's 60th anniversary. I'm very thankful for that. Over 60 years ago, and maybe even before, because I wasn't here then, Dr. Ramamurti Mishra had a vision. And that vision manifested into everything that surrounds us right now, right here. If it had not been for that vision, we would not be here celebrating. So, I also want to say that Ananda Ashram offers a wealth for potential growth, especially spiritual growth. We just need to explore and tap into the information that surrounds us here and allow ourselves to flourish in that education. And by that I mean, if you go into the cosmic temple, there are the 4 Vedas over there. You know, we do our special prayers there. Downstairs in the main meditation room, there's meditation every morning and every evening. It's very rare that I see that. Mostly it's on weekends and on special occasions. Here it's every single day, 9 a.m. in the morning, 7 p.m. in the afternoon. I don't know how we can avoid not learning something that Dr. Mishra has left for us. So, for me in particular, I'm just trying to say now something that I've got out of it. Each one of us seemingly is experiencing our spirituality through our human existence, this human form. How attuned we are to this thought depends on 3 major factors, my opinions. How close or how far away are we from understanding and aligning ourselves to this concept? That is, the concept of, I'm not the body, I am not the mind, I am spirit. I am the I am, in quotation. 2, how willing and how motivated are we to accept and practice with devotion the teachings of Sri Brahmananda Saraswati, the teachings that he left behind? You know, again, I will go back to the cosmic temple, the meditation room, the chanting of the Vedas, the literature that he left that Bharati reads sometimes, the meditation, the arts, dance, music, yoga, to name a few. All of those are pathways. If we're a newbie in this, everything adds up to something. And what may appeal to one of us may not appeal to the other. So there are numerous paths that we can take to lead us into that spiritual context that we're talking about. The third one, freedom, universal freedom. Basically, it means non-judgmental. If you're judging, you're holding yourself back, you're boxing yourself in. You have to let go of that to get that freedom to know who you are, where you're coming from, where you're going. And with that, I want to quote from Guruji's text, page 35, paragraph 4. This is the book, by the way. Yeah. You know, he might be able to explain it a little better than I'm doing here. Okay, page 35, paragraph 4. There is a guiding consciousness, like a searchlight, within every being's heart. This guiding light is Sadguru, Sad or Sat, meaning eternally existing, and Guru, meaning light. It is God Himself who is radiating in the form of I Am in every heart. The nearer you are to this guiding light, the more you are happy, and vice versa. The farther you are from this light, the more unhappy you are. So, according to Vedic literature in a nutshell, we are spirit. I can't say that enough. But we have lost the knowledge of this connection. Or it's so far away that we're not really feeling it. We need to think spirit rules. If we don't think that spirit rules and we think we are the body and the mind, that's where the drama and the lila, surrounds us all the time. So, Ashram's teachings are rooted in Eastern philosophy, primarily the Vedas, Vedanta, the Upanishads. Sri Brahmana Saraswati embraced every nationality and every religion. Whatever your background or belief, come in and experience your own spirituality. That's what I hear from him through his teachings. And here, page 1, paragraph 2. The purpose of ashram. This is the purpose of ashram, a place where all people of every race, color, gender, and religion, high and low, rich and poor, healthy and sick, enlightened and ignorant, young and old, and so forth, can work and come into togetherness. Therefore, we need everybody's blessings, help, and cooperation to move forward. I won't be long, by the way. So, human beings are so diverse and scattered all over the world, yet they find themselves in places like this ashram. Why? Seeking that special something that we refer to as God or Spirit. We're always looking through different religions, different avenues. There is an innate desire to connect to this unknown, to feel complete, to feel whole. Hence the seeking. Hence the Vedas. Hence Ananda Ashram. Finally, Ananda Ashram is largely funded by retreats, donations, and volunteering activities. Personally, I would like to add to this by saying that there is much more to survival of our ashram in addition to receiving monetary contributions. A kind word to someone, a thoughtful or even an impulsive act of helping where it is needed without the expectation of a reward. Praising people who are working constantly for its upkeep. Letting them know how valued they are and trying to make a difference in whatever way they can. Appreciate our volunteers. Treat everyone with respect. Make someone's day better, if not great. Be the change you want to see, as Mahatma Gandhi proclaimed. We should always remember that. It always starts with us. We cannot try to change someone, but we can change ourselves. And ourselves is what we emanate through our words and actions and deeds to people around us. So, be the change you want to see. Money alone is not enough. Cooperation, kindness, and appreciation are equally important. They are necessary for creating an environment of harmony and peacefulness, thereby attracting more people to ashram. We need everything. So today, Let us use this day of celebration to focus our energies, to unite and engage in our own unique way, to embrace peace and harmony within ourselves and in the world at large. And let this be the beginning of every day that follows from here on. Let us work together, sending out positive vibrations to minimize the chaos that is happening in the world right now. Let us celebrate the big 60, our 60th anniversary of Ashram, Ananda Ashram, located in Monroe, New York. Let us celebrate with joy in our hearts and with the intention of, very important, preservation for future generations. I have gotten so much from Ashram, and I hope that in some way I'm giving back with gratitude, thankfully. And I can't really see that what I'm receiving here will stop with me or all of us here. Really, it needs to be transcended to future generations down the line. And of course, if we're looking for individual peace or world peace, this is a bigger part of what we need to do. So I want to say, I will close by saying much love and gratitude to everyone. Long live Ananda Ashram.
Thank you, Cami. Very hard to say anything after that. That was very beautiful. So my name is Scott Kamalakant. I'm also the treasurer here. So I'm going to talk about a few things. The first thing I'm going to talk about is Dharmadeva mentioned miracle about the ashram. And for the 50th anniversary, I wrote an article, the miracle of the Blue Sky Center. Unless it was the magic of the Blue Sky Center, but in this moment, it feels like the miracle of how we put this building together. And I'm really not going to talk about the Blue Sky Center because it was a miracle, but the miracle is I look around the room and I'm filled with gratitude. I know most of you people, and for a long time, many of you people. Some are newer in the last couple of years, and that fills me with a lot of gratitude. And the miracle to me is there's a magic that somehow has kept us connected and kept us coming back. We sometimes disappear for days, weeks, months, and years at a time. And then we come back to home. So there's a force here. There's a miraculous force here. I also wanted to mention that Guruji talked about that there are 4 legs of the table. And I happen to be a treasurer, so probably more than anybody else, I notice when one of those legs is limping a little bit. And I get in a lot of trouble and today is a celebration. And traditionally in ashram lore, this was the day we could always say to people, we need your money, we need your support. So I feel very liberated today that I could share those kinds of words without any guilt or anything because, so I want to just start off by saying in the last month, we put in a brand new septic system at Sapphire House, miraculously raised over $10,000 to get that. In the last few weeks, we put in a $3,700 walkway in the main house, and it's not completed yet. But again, this came through donations of people. Then another dear soul donated money to power wash this whole building. And over the course of the summer, we will be staining it and getting that beautiful. And probably there was about $6,300 that was raised by people donating money in the last week or two. I got a message from Sudhir, a beloved friend of the ashram that many of you know from our 4th of Julys, and he called me yesterday to tell me that he's, pledging $2,500 to this occasion. We are an ashram that is very different than a church and very different than a Hindu society. Many of those organizations have memberships that pay them $1,000 or thousands of dollars a year in membership dues, and that's how they survive. And I remember around the 50th anniversary, I remember thinking that, boy, if the ashram had 50 people that donated $1,000 a year, and now we're at 60, and if we had 60 people that donated $1,000 a year, that would be so incredible for the well-being, for our ability to promote ourselves and to grow and to take care of our infrastructure. And then when I woke up this morning, I said, well, wouldn't it be nice on our 60th anniversary if everybody could give at least $60, And then I thought, we're only charging $30 for the day. What if everybody who came for $30 gave another $30 to give us $60 for the day? And then I thought, if they didn't have any money, what if they just took $1 out of their pocket and they put their heart and their prayers into that dollar? And they thought of Ananda and wanting to see Ananda blossom for the future, that nobody should feel like they're not contributing to the well-being of the ashram. Everybody has to be able to find $1. And then if you can't find $1, we will accept your love and your prayers and your thoughts and your good wishes. And so that's all I wanted to say. And then I just want to acknowledge, Jennifer. Thank you for coming from so far, and she's been helping us with all these different projects. And what takes us a long time to get done, she's just a whiz, and so we're grateful for her. And Jennifer's on the fundraising committee, and Reverend Kim Leslie's on the fundraising committee, and Tracy, and Vidya from Florida, and who else is on the fundraising committee? That's it. So I think that's all I want to say. Thank you, everybody. I'd like to invite now Radha to come up. She, from the Baba Bhagavandas Publication Trust, she wants to share a few words from this new a little reading from this new publication that the Trust just put out.
It's beautiful to see all of your shining faces and to be gathered together to celebrate once again the anniversary of Guruji's great gift to us in the form of this ashram as a sthanam, a place, a physical place, but more than that, a subtle shrine where we can come and, when I say expose ourselves, I mean step out of our, whatever it is we usually carry or present and routinely inhabit, and go into a world of feeling. Guruji always said, feeling. Feel. It would come in his meditations. Feel it. What is the it? It's indescribable. That's why it's called it, because you can't begin to define that. So I am very, so many words, surprised and happy and blessed to be here. Some people told their origin story. I quickly, because it's kind of humorous and it just shows the power of the ego and someone greater comes along and kind of brushes that aside. So I was living in San Francisco and was starting to explore many things. I found yoga that was like off the charts for me. I went that way. I read books. I saw the word guru. I said, no, that is not for me, being slightly rebellious. And so he had to find another way because he knew much better. So in the course of the researches and the life, I met some acupuncturists, and that also fascinated me. Then I decided I must study some acupuncture. Ha! You know, Guruji was an acupuncturist as well as a medical doctor, an Ayurvedic specialist, a psychiatrist, the full-fledged one. He had it all. But in looking for an acupuncture teacher, living in San Francisco, just a few blocks away from the ashram, oddly enough, there I heard, there is an acupuncture teacher there in the evenings. Of course, every class started with meditation, and he went from there. It was a very evolved acupuncture class, and I went, and I was had. Means I was his. Means I found this path. His first words to me were, he had a vision when he was 5 or 6. Someone mentioned something like this. I thought I'd fill in the background a bit. When he was 5 or 6, he left his body with some fever for some time, and he had visions there, he said, of all of these, we will now use the word disciples, that were to come. I'm sure there were many other details, and there was much glory in that vision, hence we are here. But when he saw me, his first words were, I didn't know you were coming. I can't explain that, but it's part of the humor and the grand lila, which we are all involved in various ways. Fast forward, I lived here for the last, I think I moved here the same year as Karmananda from the San Francisco, where I'd been involved in that ashram. And I couldn't be happier. And I'm glad you're all here to share that joy, which is, of course, one translation of Ananda. I was, as was my training, which was involved with writing and such things, Guruji appointed me, as well as Bharati and the President of the United States. Excuse me, Cami, that's too much. But Guruji called it the United States of Atman. We have a USA here, the United States of Atman. If you read Guruji's, you'll run into that if you read his words. So I am blessed to be a part of the publication trust, and we have joy to bring out little publications and large ones. So here is one of our precious new. This is part of a series I call the Jewels of I Am. It's defined by its size and the contents being a single, what we call essay or a piece written by Guruji. This one is entitled, there are the words he uses. This is about the I am principle or the self or the spirit. They can all be whatever words you use to conceive, to feel. So it's a little power-packed. It's the central feeling of I. It's taken from a phrase he uses somewhere in here. You'll have to look for it. I don't give page numbers. You have to read the whole thing. I like the page number. I might take that on in the future. I thought I would, if I may, read a couple of paragraphs, 2 or 3 paragraphs, just to share. The book is available. It will be available to you in the gift shop later. But we will give you some fragrance. Thought is the bondage, and thought is the freedom. When one thinks I am the body, then by this thought, one is in the state of bondage. And when one experiences I am not the body, mind, senses, ego or superego, but I am eternal and immortal, spirit, then by this thought, one becomes free. For an ashram founded on Independence Day, it fits. For final release, it is extremely necessary that one must prepare oneself to experience one's own self. It is not necessary to go through complicated practices or through rituals, but it is necessary that one should make one's heart very clean and keen, pure and sincere for the revelation of truth. Our life must be regular in eating, sleeping, and in regard to our dealings with others. One should continue to meditate on the self with vigilance and diligence without holiday. One should realize the identity of one's I with the I of God. That is to say, feel the identity of oneself with God or the cosmic self. In this way, the individual will experience the Supreme, God, in due course of time, when his or her karmas are exhausted. That Supreme Being is manifested in our heart when we are truly ready for the direct revelation of I am that I am. We are all invited to close our eyes for a few moments. To let these golden words of Guruji reverberate and elevate, to heal and remodel our inner awareness, to reinvigorate our commitment to experience the Supreme, Eternal Spirit, Godhood that dwells at the center of our heart and our being. May we broadcast our prayers for peace, for all existence, all creation. You can join in the chant as Guruji liked to lead it. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om. 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 Thank you all, friends. God bless America, and God bless our ashram, and God bless all of you. Om Shanti.
So we have about another 15 or 20 minutes that I'm gonna ask some people to come up. Well, that was Radha. She had the booklets. So I just wanted to, with the 15 or 20 minutes, I'm going to ask a few of the trustees to come up and speak, and just remind everybody, I'd like to see as many people as we can get a chance to speak, to just say something from the heart, give your blessings. And Surasti, Tracy, would you like to be next?
So when this ashram was formed, I was playing with my chatty Cathy and my Barbies. And I was raised in a traditional Midwestern family. I knew nothing of meditation. That was never a part of my upbringing, or Eastern philosophy, or yoga. What is that? So just to give you an idea, if somebody like me could end up in a place like this, what does this place have? Well, fate brought me to shaking hands with Rup Verma when I was in college. He was my husband, the father of dear Arjun sitting there, who was born here. And so Rupji brought me to this place and brought me to Guruji. So I thank him. I want to acknowledge my late husband and his profound impact on this ashram with his daily music meditations that we started our morning meditations with, that way back when was so powerful and so amazing, and a lot of you were here for those powerful ways that we used to start our mornings here with the blessing of his music. And I just want to reflect back on sort of like the physical structure of this place and what has changed since I was here back in 1977 when I first visited, long after I played with my dolls, of course. So there was a really funky way to walk from the dining hall into the kitchen. It was like a plywood hall, very funky. The lake house used to have an upstairs where a lot of families with young kids lived. And I think, Tara, your spaces were separated by an Indian blanket, bedspread, basically. So what happened after Arjun was born, 5 days later, there was a fire on the porch outside the lake house. It's from somebody smoking. They weren't supposed to do that. And I knew while I was pregnant with Arjun that something was going to happen on June 13th. And I thought that's when he was going to be born, but he was born a little before that. And so I was sitting and nursing him and hearing all these fire trucks coming and couldn't go to see what was going on. The result of that was the magic of the ashram, that we now have beautiful guest rooms upstairs, which was paid for by the insurance policy. So that's how the blessings miracles tend to flow. Look at this building. It was a funky greenhouse. A friend of ours downstate, upstate, whatever, I'll remember, Danny Lyman, who was a devotee of Guruji, who used to live in the area where I live now. He came and built a beautiful stage, and that's how Charkut could do his early dance dramas here. So that was all we had for a big room to gather, other than Panini House, where we held bigger purums back then in the winter. But in the summer, we were here on the lawn, in the greenhouse, in this place. Then somehow we got it together to get money to build this beautiful place with Guruji's blessing. And there was just it was like a pavilion, an open pavilion when Arjun performed here as a little kid with his dad, both of them on sitar. So then it somehow got finished, and the people who built this place, I don't know if Karmananda, are you here? And Dave Gottlieb. Karmananda's here, Dave Gottlieb, and also Bharati's brother-in-law, and Dave Washburn, and Bharati's brother-in-law, David Datta, who made this beautiful flooring built this magical place where so many wonderful things happen here now. So I thank you to all of you for all that you've done to build the structure of this place. And now we're working on maintaining it, and we're always welcome for more money to help get this polished up and nicely stained. I think we're still looking for money to finish the staining of this so it will stay looking beautiful on the outside. So interweaving with my little talk is, okay, so we've progressed a lot from the past. Lots of upgrades. The little building back there that my son was born in was a chicken coop that was slightly modified to be habitable, and now is a beautiful building called Shanti Sadanam for our guests to stay and for Charka and his family to live. So look at all the amazing things that happen with just some miracle that we managed to get the money together, get the people together to improve this property and maintain it. So I want to project into the future. So we've somehow gotten 60 years under our belt, although none of us were here at that time. But now we want to see the next 60 years flourish, and the way for that is to bring a younger generation here and look for ways that we can attract and reach those people that are searching for the profound benefits that this place gives us. So let's put our thoughts towards that and seeing that we will somehow attract these people who are looking for a place like this, to see this place move forward into the future. And with great thanks to everybody who maintains this beautiful place. I am letting go of my house. It was a subsidiary ashram to this ashram. Guruji came and blessed our house when we bought it in 1987. He walked in the door of our huge living room and said, "This is ashram." So yes, I ran that ashram for 37 years. I've owned the house, and it's now under contract for purchase. So I keep bringing things to give away, which includes this doll and a bunch of my kids' toys out there. Some of you adults might enjoy my dad's games, travel games as well. So please help yourself. Pass the word on to people with kids. There were some here earlier. And it's all about letting go to realize the self.
Karuna, can you please come up and share a few words?
Apparently, I don't have much to say. It seems, but I will. Apparently, but that I will. I am grateful, and it's great to stand over here and see everybody, and it was beautiful to hear people's reflections and their sharing. I got a message from, from Joan Suval not too long ago. It was like I opened up my computer. I was going through something, and I opened up my computer, and I had one folder that said Arlene Washburn, my regular name, and documents. And then on the top of that was, I clicked on it, and it was a talk by Joan Suval. And the first words were, "It takes courage to grow up and become who you truly are. It takes courage to grow up and become who you really are." And that was like a message that, so I say it was a message from her, the way it came, and at the time, and that's what I was saying earlier, that, we need strength to live in this world with all the things that we have to deal with as human beings. But again, echoing what everybody has said, the ability to come out of our identification with the suffering or the challenges of life, to see the bigger picture, which we have learned here through meditation, and is just a profound blessing. I agree with what everyone has said, and also very interested in preserving, maintaining, preserving, and sharing these teachings, profound teachings, which can give us so much peace of mind with next generation. We haven't unlocked that key yet. There's an next generation right there. So, Jai Ram. Jai Jai. Thank you, thank you. Thank you.
So I'm now going to invite one of our newer trustees, Reverend Kim Leslie, to come up. And one of the beautiful things about Reverend Kim Leslie is she brings younger people here to the ashram. And
I feel very blessed today to see you all here and feel your energy and the love and kindness and support. And I just want to take a second just to thank everybody that puts their hearts and souls, either on a daily basis or once a year, whatever it is, into this beautiful, divine place of teaching that we have been able to experience for many, many years. I walked through the doors about 30 years ago, and with suitcase in hand into the main house where it was packed with people. And the Guru was sitting on his chair, and Radha was there, and Bharati was there. And I was terrified because he pointed his good finger because he'd had a few strokes and it was hard for him to move, and he actually Mahasamadhi 3 weeks later, so I met him 3 weeks just before, and he just said, "Ask yourself, who am I?" And I said, "Who are you?" And he went, "No, no, ask yourself." And I was terrified. I had no idea what was going on. So I sat down and immediately kind of came out of my body, which was terrifying. So I opened my eyes and put my feet on the floor and saw that he was staring at me, and I thought, what on earth is going on? Then he asked me to get up and sing, and he didn't know I was a musician. And this was in the middle of program. And I did sing. I said, "I don't know anything spiritual." He said, "It doesn't matter. Everything is spiritual." And that somehow made sense to me and gave me the energy and courage to take out into the world everything that I've learned here. And I kept coming back, and I kept coming back, and I kept coming. And he asked me to sing in program a few times after that, and the day that I left. So I wanted to just say that spontaneity was one of the things that I not only learned from him, but also have kept going in my life, no matter what I've done, whether I've been teaching in rehabs, running huge groups in Manhattan for different reasons over so many years, and counseling so many people, becoming a reverend, an interfaith minister so I could get through many doors. I took him with me. I take him with me. He's with me all the time. So many blessings, so much love to you. And I am so grateful to have met him again in this lifetime. So I know most of you in the room understand that somewhere in your hearts, even if you haven't met him in person. You feel him here. And I'm eternally grateful to our Guru.
So I would like to now invite Arjun to come and say a few words from representing the International Schools of Music.
Thank you, Kamala Khan. So I know if my father were here in body, he would of course be attending every activity of this great celebration from dawn till dusk. And this place meant a great deal to him as it does to our family. And I want to underscore what my mother said, Tracy Verma, about seeing what we've accomplished. And I want to frame it in the sense of it's 60 years of success. And those, many of us who have contributed to keeping this dream alive know that it's been a lot of work, and especially the people who are here day in and day out doing that work, I have great respect for. And it's been successful. Guru's vision has been successful. And now we're on to the next 60 years. And in 60 years from now, maybe I'll be here. Most of you won't. But I also may not be here. And that's true. You'll probably be here and be reborn. But what I want to envision is that the ashram is Guruji's vision, at the center of it all is a mosaic now. And each of you has, who learned with him, whether in person or after, has a piece of that mosaic, but it's a holographic mosaic. And my field is the music, and your field may be Sanskrit or Karma Yoga or Ayurveda or all kinds of philosophies and practices that are here. And each one has the seed of the whole in it, like a hologram. And so the important thing is that we find our piece of that mosaic and we continue to dig and drill until we tap water. And then the next thing that has to happen is that we transmit it and we let that juice get to each other and to the world at large. And I look forward to seeing how the huge gifts that are present in this room and in the community at large that Guruji seeded can be transmitted to younger people, to new people, in a way, as my mother said, that will reach them, that will be in a modern voice, in a modern retelling, but carrying that jewel, that essence. Thank you.
And Friday night, we have an incredible sitar concert with Arjun and Narenji. So there's still many people I could see who might like to say a few words. We only have about 5 or 6 minutes left, so I have to just ask everybody. Purnama's going to go next, and I'm just sharing. We all have to just be brief because Krishna is going to be closing in about 5 or 6 or 7 minutes, and thank you.
Because of the time, I'm only just going to be a messenger. I won't give my own, except to say how wonderful it is to be here with everybody. But we have 2 other founding members that sent in their messages. They wish they could have been here. Nancy West Patrick, she emailed, "Namaste, everyone. I was here 60 years ago at the beginning, and Ananda has been an important, special part of my life throughout the years. Every time I visited, it felt like I was coming home. As soon as I stepped on the grounds, I felt the peace within. Guruji taught us, I am not the body, I am not the mind, I am. And he told, I am is the way. This teaching has gratefully stayed with me throughout the years. I cannot be there today to celebrate with you, but I am with you in heart and meditation. From my heart to yours, I send you love and peace. From Nancy Westpatrick, Bhakti Saraswati. And she's in Syracuse. And with her, I believe today also, coming to visit her, is also a founding member, Rose Comanda. And she sent a very simple message, but it's one I think we all feel. She just said, Rose Comanda wishes everyone peace. Om Shanti.
So I'd like to invite 3 people to come up, and then I'm going to give the microphone to each of them one at a time. My blessed brother Karmananda, Kriyananda, and Tara, please come up. Actually, these are 3 people I think that were all here before me. And we're going to start with Karmananda.
I'll try to keep it up. God bless you, David. So, why did Guruji come to this country? Why did Guruji come to this country? He could have gone anywhere on the planet. He chose the United States of America, and there was a reason. The principles that this country was founded on are close to the principles that the ashram was founded on. In the Declaration of Independence, it talks about the pursuit of happiness. And that always blew my mind, that the founding fathers would even have the concept 250 years ago. And the ashram took it one step further. In total alignment with the country, instead of the pursuit of happiness, on Ananda Ashram, we dropped the word of pursuit. And along with dropping pursuit, we dropped the tension, the anxiety, the stress, and the worry that goes into that word. And we're left with happiness. And this ashram is based on a direct experience of happiness, joy, inner peace. And it's such a tremendous blessing to be in this country where freedom is a key word, tremendous freedom, and then to take it a step further and come to this ashram where we add on one word to that, inner freedom. And this is the place where you truly can experience the total inner freedom that the world has to offer, the universe has to offer. And our guru founded the ashram with knowing that every single person who came to the ashram, the seeds would be planted for them to experience inner freedom in its totality. So I'm so grateful to be here. And I just wanted to add one thing. We don't have to wait for the young people to come. They're here. Seth is here. Rachel is here. Tati is here. Shannon is here. There's a whole group of beautiful young people that treasure this ashram and are totally dedicated to it. And I appreciate it so much. And I find that the way I could help them is by not placing obstacles in front of them. Just get out of the way, give them a chance. and they'll carry on what this ashram is about. And every day that you see the staff, that you see people working here, just ask yourself, what could I do to enhance this person's experience so they want to stay here, so they don't leave after 1 year or 2 years, but they make a commitment. But there's no better place for the young people on the staff to be than Ananda Ashram. It has so much to offer them as they have so much to offer the ashram.
I'm not used to using a microphone, but I'll use it. Some of you may not know me, but I was the Karma Yogi chief in the 1970s into the early 80s here. I was also treasurer here, and I went on. Guruji wanted me to work in San Francisco ashram. I worked there for about 10, 12 years, and then was president for a while there. That's just titles and names, and I just wanted to tell you something of a deeper level things. When my father died, I was 18 years old, and I kept on having these dreams afterwards, and the dreams were of me pulling this great bridge. And it was very, I tried to think, what was this bridge about? And we all have these different dreams that we have some meaning. They kept on coming back. And when I graduated from college, went to San Francisco, and then I spent 1.5 years traveling through Europe and Asia, thinking about different types of lifestyles. At the time, I was an atheist. And then spent about 8 months in India, traveling through the ashrams in India. And it was a tremendous experience. I also landed in hospital 3 times because traveling through Asia, we live in a society where health is well maintained, and it's difficult when you travel through those countries. And the message came very strong from those illnesses. Your work is in America. And I came back, and it was funny. On the way back, I met Guruji in London at Gandalf Garden, and that was 1969. And I had experiences with yoga and meditation in these ashrams, and I became very dark-skinned from those many months and traveling through India. They thought of me as a sadhu in India. And I was just a person who was trying to find out about life, what was important. Came back to America, started teaching math in high school, because that's what I was trained to do, and started studying. I didn't want to leave that experience behind. Started studying Hatha Yoga at the Integral Yoga Institute. And I saw this little 3x5 sign saying, Country Yoga Retreat, with a phone number. Didn't even say the location, the name of it. I thought, okay, that's something I could do to refresh myself from the intensity of New York City life. So I came here, and there were just 4 people living here at the time, 1969. And there was this man named Marcel, from Switzerland. And he was building a bridge in the lake house, in the dining hall. See, I didn't know about 64 and the fire ceremonies that were going on. The bridge was, there was no bridge to the island. And he built this beautiful Monet, Claude Monet, the style, beautiful bridge. And I said to Marcel, how are we going to get that bridge, onto that space there? Well, he was building it in the fall of 1970, fall of 1970. And it was funny because it was one of those very cold winters. And from October on, the lake was frozen. So about Christmas time, about 25 of us carried that bridge from the dining hall and set it in place on the foundations that we had built. How many of you heard that story before? You could walk on the lake. That's how we did it. Otherwise, I don't know how we could have done it. Miracles are constantly happening here. And that bridge story, it's all that, and coming back in my dreams, is all about unity. Going beyond yourself. Having dreams with other people. And I still have a dream about the bridge. So I was thinking that could we set up a separate fund for the bridge?
We have a fund, and we have money that was in honor of Ma Bhaskar Ananda, and Purnima over here is very committed to getting that bridge done. So I suggest that you meet with Purnima.
Yes.
And I don't know when she wants to get it done, but it's in her mind.
We need more money for it?
We need more money for the bridge.
Okay, I'm
This
going
way
to
we
donate.
would have a nice, beautiful fire ceremony on the island as soon as the bridge is done.
Okay, we can get money quickly. Okay? I'm going to donate $200, and if anybody else wants to donate an equivalent or any amount for the bridge. Okay?
Thank you, Kriyananda.
Thank you.
One of our very, very, very devoted teachers, and thank you so much for the support and gift that you give to all the people that are here, always wanting to support, those that are in need as well, and a valuable member of our peacekeeping committee, and so that means she has peacekeeping in her heart. She wants peace here, and
thank you. That's so sweet. I don't have many words, but I can just say that through ashram and meeting Guru, I have an incredible life. In fact, Guruji kept me alive, physically, mentally, spiritually. And that I feel through my heart that we are all connected through Guru and the teachings. And there are many more hearts that need to share the depth of true life. So thank you all for being here, and hopefully there'll be many more that we can bring here.
So I'm going to invite Krishna to come up for some closing prayers. And I'd like to say that tonight, If those of you that are here would like to still share, usually there might be a few minutes before Deepak plays that they can open it up for anybody else who might want to share from their heart on the 4th of July. Everybody's opinion and love and devotion is appreciated. Krishna, please. Going to be 2 minutes, and then Krishna will be with everybody, especially for you online. Well, I'm waiting for the volume. Here we go. Okay, so, this is from Sri Brahmananda Saraswati. One should keenly inquire within, what is that which shines in me as the eye? This I principle is the principle of continuum. Underlying all thoughts and thinking, there arises the continuous, unbroken awareness, the silent central feeling of I in our heart. It is neither thought nor thinking, neither will nor willing, neither knowing nor feeling, yet it is the ultimate source of thought and thinking, will and willing, knowing and feeling, and the source of life and perfection of living. Krishna, are you ready?
So this is just going to be for a few minutes. We're always finishing with Hare Krishna. So this is part. And Guruji loved that mantra, that chant. So we always chant that for him. Yeah. I wanna see you, I wanna hear you, I wanna wanna see you, I wanna hear you, I 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 wanna see you, I wanna hear you. You are everything, everything is you. You are everything, everything is you. You are everything, everything is you. You are everything, and everything is you. You are everything, everything is you. You are everything, and everything is you. I want to see you, I wanna hear you, I want to feel you, Hare Krishna. I wanna see you, I wanna hear you, I wanna feel you, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Bol.
Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday.
That's all right. Tumeva mata. Tumeva mata. As tumeva mata. Tumeva mata. Yeah, I do. So, yes, just 1 minute silence, and we all thank you that you all came, and just feel the blessing of the Guru. He's there watching us and blessing us all the way through. So just close your eyes for 1 minute. Tvameva mata cha pita tvameva tvameva bandhu scha sakha tvameva tvameva vidya dravinam tvameva tvameva sarvam Mama Deva Deva Om Shanti 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 Om
you, Dinesh. Thank you, everyone. I'd like to also, I'd like to acknowledge Karen Avali, who's here with us, and I'd like to acknowledge Nikki, who's here with us, and I'd like to acknowledge Arati, and I'd like to acknowledge everybody in the audience. I don't know if our camera is able to pan everybody. I'd like to acknowledge everybody who's sitting here. I'd like to acknowledge everybody who's online with us, and Om Shanti, and thank you everybody for joining us. Bon appetit.